Hi, and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Angie, and I don't know how you found me, but before you run away, let me tell you a little bit about maybe why you landed here. Now, if you know me, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here and supporting me. Now you're wondering, okay, is this channel for me? I mean, come on now, your time is valuable. Truthfully, my time is valuable as well. So let me just cut to the chase. Let's see if I am the right person for you, if this is the right channel for you. If you're looking for someone who has years and years of knowledge around vintage and antique jewelry, costume and fine jewelry, just gemstones and all of the different things, I'm not her. Full transparency, that is not me. I am not here to educate you on all of the fineries and all of the specifics and all of the history, and that's already been covered. Can we just agree that we have some fabulous YouTube hosts that they got that. And that's what they do. I mean, there's a few that are just an expert in vintage and costume jewelry. Yay, I love learning from you. There are others that are craftsmen, and they're just so good. Now me, I am here to give you an opportunity to find some really cool things, and I get to release them to you out into the world. Okay, so how did this get started? First, let me step back a little bit. Getting in front of the camera is not totally new for me. I started my first internet TV show back in 2008. Yeah, 2008. There weren't many doing internet TV shows back in the day, and during that time I would have a guest in studio and I would Skype another guest onto the show. It was craziness. I was one of the finalists for Oprah's new network, or when she launched her new network and she was looking for new talent. I was one of the finalists. Didn't work out, but that's okay. Still love you, Oprah. Let's see, what else? Being in front of the camera doesn't make me nervous. In fact, something that most people can't believe, I prefer live. I prefer live over recorded anytime. You're gonna probably see more live videos from me than you're going to see recorded. We'll just see how that goes. I told you what this channel is not about. So what is it about? Let me step back again a little bit, not so far back in time. Back in November of 22, I was invited to be one of the beta show hosts on Poshmark. When they launched their first lives, I was in that first round, that first week of chaos and hazing, and I loved it. Truth be told, I loved it, and I did great. And I have been doing shows up until the last few months. I took some time off, really wanted to evaluate what I wanted to do. And I realized, I've been selling clothes. I was selling women's clothes, men's clothes, some kids' clothes, a little bit of jewelry here and there. And then I had this epiphany. I had a ton, let's just say a lot of vintage jewelry that I had collected over the years, starting way back when I was in high school. Well, my first vintage jewelry box with my allowance, when I was probably 12 or 13 years old. Over the years, I collected pieces that I liked. I'd be in a thrift store, thrifting for other things and pick up pieces, but I didn't know anything about what I was getting. I just saw things that I liked and I picked them up. Most of the things just went into storage. I'll show you that at some point. And I just moved on. Well, I decided to get a little more educated on what I had and was pleasantly surprised and realized that I have an eye for the good stuff. And then I even went crazier and started acquiring as much as I could find, wherever I found it, however I found it, and I decided, well, I should probably do something with this. So here we go. I have launched a website called reservedgrace.com, hence the YouTube channel name, Reserved Grace. What does that mean? Reserved Grace is an air of sophistication. It's a lifestyle of being confident in your own skin and having grace about you, whether it's grace in the biggest sense of the word or giving yourself grace. I feel like there's an air of being reserved. I feel like if you look at some of the most beautiful quality vintage jewelry, there's an air of reserved elegance. And so I also believe that we need to give ourselves and others grace. So I combine the two into Reserved Grace, but it has so much more meaning. You ask anyone, if I were to ask you today, right now, what does Reserved Grace mean to you? Everyone has a different idea of what it means. Think about it this way. There's a lot of pieces here, hundreds more pieces to come. They're reserved for you and you and you. They're reserved for everyone. They've been out there in the world just waiting to make it into your home. Right now, I'm the temporary custodian, okay? But I want to get them to you. So you're going to find on reservedgrace.com, my shop, which I am actively populating right now with as many things as I can that are for sale. On top of that, on this channel, I will be showcasing some of my favorite pieces, those standout quality pieces, and those pieces that I'm going to put up for auction on this channel. Have I ever done that before on YouTube? Nope. But I had never done anything I've ever done before, and I figured it out. Since I've been doing auctions, I've been doing live shows for years, I figured, let's take this, take that, give myself grace as I learn this, and ask for grace from you as I learn this, and trust, because you don't know me, and you may not know me from anyone out there in the world. However, I'm highly Googleable. So Google me, find out a little bit about me, and know that everything that you're going to receive from me is top quality. I strive to give the best service, integrity, kindness, grace, joy. Those are all things that I want you to equate with me. My goal is to be real and authentic, and to share with you the things that I find, and not from a know-it-all kind of way, because I don't know it all. I'm not going to tell you all of my costs. I'm not going to go into, I bought it for $2 and I'm going to sell it for $400. I don't think that's important for the vision of my channel. What I want to offer to you is a fair price. I'll do my research, I'll find out the best I can. Hopefully I buy low and I can sell high, or somewhere in between, or I can break even on some pieces. I don't know. It's okay. Either way, it's going to work out. It always does. So, as a recap, I have an abundance of vintage jewelry, some that might be on the bubble of vintage, some that are on the bubble of vintage to modern, some on the bubble of vintage, antique vintage. I have everything from signed and not signed, and you name it. Okay, mostly costume, some fine pieces, and they'll be for sale on my website at reservedgrace.com, and live auctions here on YouTube. Did I miss anything? Let's see. Do you want to know anything about me? Let me just tell you, I am a mom, I'm a grandma, I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, I own several businesses. I own a business with my daughter and my son-in-law called 360 Wraps, 360wraps.com, 360 Wraps. We stick stickers on cars, so think of wraps as in advertising and marketing. So we put big stickers on cars to help people grow their businesses. So that's the main business. Very proud of it, by the way. And I get the opportunity to do reselling because it's fun. So call it one of my side hustles. Grandkids, I have a granddaughter, Ava, who is about to be 8. Oh gosh. And my little ginger grandson, Asher, he's going to be 6. Being a grandma is my favorite thing in the whole world. Let's see, what else about me? Well, a little thing. I am a survivor of carbon monoxide poisoning. It's a whole story. I'll share that at another time. But me being here is truly a miracle and a gift. And so my goal in life is to really take every opportunity I can to share with everyone love and joy and just happiness, and instill hope and create positive energy. And plus, on top of it, I have been given a little gift. Maybe I had the gift all along and it's just developing since the poisoning happened, but I kind of know things, and I find things, and I pick up on things, and I'll share those once in a while. Don't get freaked out if I have a woo-woo moment, because I have woo-woo moments, and that's who I am, so I'm going to share that. Okay, so that's probably enough about me. Now what I want to do is I want to give you an overview of what you can expect as far as the pieces, the quality. If I don't know what I'm talking about, do I know what I'm picking up? I do. I think I do. I mean, based on my research, I do. I'll show you how I've done my research and some of the pieces I have, but I have to tell you right up front, I injured this eye. And imagine I'm getting ready to launch this YouTube channel. Everything's going along great. I'm editing my intro video. If you haven't seen yet, please go back to the main channel, look at my intro, please. I appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that too. Anyway, I'm doing all that and then I realized, oh, my eye hurt. I went into the bathroom and I looked, and this eye, I took out my contact and this eye was just blown. So I'm not sure what I did, if I scratched it. All that to say, I get to wear my really smart glasses on occasion so I can read. So let's see how these do. Let's do a quick overview, all right? And while you're here, will you do me a favor, please? I'm gonna get better at asking this, but could you please subscribe? Give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell, wherever it's at. I should probably figure that out too. That way you can get notified when I'm doing a preview of the items that are going to be up for auction. That's a big one, right? I will go over the items, probably the video cycle before I go live on an auction, and show you also some of the pieces that I've recently acquired and that are going to go onto the website for purchase on reservedgrace.com. And just so you know, because I've been doing reselling for years now, shipping and all of those things are not new to me, so you don't have to worry about it. Can she figure this all out? Yeah, I got that. And I'll figure it out as I go. And if you have feedback, and if you have comments, and if you have nice comments, please. But if you have feedback and you have like, hey, have you thought about, would you like to try, or hey, I got this great resource, send it my way. I'm totally here for it. Enough about me, I promise. I promise, enough about me. Let's do this. Here we go. Let me start here. This container, I have 25 of them or more. Each container has 2 levels. Each level has multiple layers. There's a lot. There's really a lot. Let's talk about jewelry. Here's what I'm gonna do. Personal jewelry, and I'm finding things out in the wild. I'm bringing them back and I'm looking them up. So this particular, I'm looking at Monet. I have a selection of Monet pieces here that are book pieces. I'm just gonna show you real quick. So right here, this is the Cordelia. Ooh, and then look right there while we're at it, because you'll see that in just a second. Cordelia from 1960. This was Monet's best-selling pin of all time. This is the free-form heart-shaped pin from the 1970s. Right here, there we go. So when I found this one, my first thought was, wow. And football, honestly, my first thought was football. And it just happened to be that it was around Super Bowl time, so it's kind of what I thought. Well, a vintage twist on football. I mean, isn't that fun? Do you see how I went to football with that? So that was my take on football. This is from the Sorry series in 1971. This is typical of the oversized pins that Monet was showing at the time. The wire butterfly was hugely successful and available in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. I have an abundance of a lot of things, but I have an abundance of butterflies. So if you're into butterflies, you're in the right place, because I have collected so many butterflies and they're not doing me any good here. I would love to see them out into the world for you to have your own collection or whatever that is for you. The ever popular Monet wire butterfly. Let me show you just a few other pieces that you just may be interested in. You might have seen this in the intro. I love this one so much. This is vintage Oscar de la Renta, gold tone with this lovely lavender, kind of a sheen, like an iridescent cabochon in the middle. I haven't made the final decision if I'm going to sell her yet or not. I reserve the right to not sell her. She's with me for a little bit, but she's more like clickbait. I have a 6-month-old puppy. She doesn't quite understand when I tell her, right on the set. These are earrings that I have had since I was probably 15, maybe 16. I don't know, somewhere in there. They are not signed, no maker's mark on these, but I've had them myself a really long time. Okay, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna call it Puppy's Calling Me. Keep a lookout on reservedgrace.com. You'll be seeing some of these pieces and many more as I can get them listed. Please make sure you're subscribing so you'll know what's coming up. When you go to reservegrace.com, make sure you sign up for my newsletter so that you'll get notified as I add new things. I won't spam you, I promise. Look for my lives as well. Comment, share with your friends. Let's have some fun. Bye.